So we are going to talk about chapter 8.2 and 8.3, and chapter 8.2 actually is about the types of supports that we can actually have in our presentations. And with supports, we're not talking of supports of a chair that make it stand, although they are going to make our speech stable. Why? Because that's their purpose. They are made to support our ideas. And to start it, we're going to actually present one of those supports, which is facts and statistics. We already have talked about this a while ago, and this information, well, this support is one of the most used and one of the most unused supports that presentation actually have. It's something curious because uh, statistics actually are everywhere in the medicine that we take, in the bills that we pay, in every single place. And it's actually amazing that people can get convinced pretty easily with with this. The problem is that statistics can be actually manipulated. Like people sometimes doesn't know how to use statistics. Some people doesn't know how to use them, but they manipulate it. So people get really confused and get that they actually get misled. And well, mostly that. Then we have actually examples, and inside examples, we have a lot because we have bad examples, we have good examples to show us what to do and what not to do, non-examples. It's amazing how many ideas and how many supports can we have in our speech. But the main thing is that we have to learn how to use them. For example, the testimony. Testimony is something that not everyone can tell because a testimony is something with a witness, for example, somebody that knows what happened in that moment. It's like a little story. You can say that it's a testimony is like a little story with an eyewitness or with someone that can prove that it happened. That's why it's a testimony. Then on chapter 8. Well, in chapter 8.3 we have many other things like we already discussed that in 8.2 that we have supports and, as I said, testimonies, examples, anecdotes, amazing. And in 8.3 we actually have to learn how to use those and actually how to create our arguments. And that's that's the most complicated part because we have to understand what an argument is. And an argument, it's not like a discussion or a fight. It's like, take it as a debate, right? We have both sides and both sides are going to give their information, and you have to understand that on all arguments they are based on a series of statements that are divided in two basic categories: premises and conclusions. And premises or premises, it's actually the body of the argument, right? The plantation of the problem. And well, the conclusion is, it's a conclusion. We all know what a conclusion is. Then we have that we have to cycle in our supports because we can't stay just saying anecdotes because it's going to get very repetitive, very boring, and we're going to lose our audience. Also, as I said, we have to choose the appropriate form of support because maybe statistics are not the best support that we can have in some presentations, or maybe an anecdote, or maybe our audience doesn't want an anecdote in a presentation of a product. I don't know. It's up to you to decide which is the best support for your presentation. Then we have to check for relevance because if it isn't relevant, why am I going to talk about it? It's unnecessary and it may get boring. Then We don't have to switch many themes. We don't actually have to manipulate our support, because it's actually telling lies. That's what it is. It's when we manipulate our supports, whether it's for good or for bad, we are misleading our public with wrong information. We have to present some quotations, and well, we can paraphrase. Now the thing is that in these two chapters, the information is really amazing, because we can use a lot of supports, a lot of many approaches to our presentations, because every single support opens a lot of doors. And when I say a lot of doors, I mean really a lot of doors, because we are now free to actually say why we want our presentation, or how to present it correctly to people actually believe, for actually the people can believe us and think that we are right. That's the whole point of supports. Well, supports are amazing. Meanwhile, but you actually need to know how to use them, because if you don't know how to use your supports, they don't actually serve a purpose. Thank you.